Hi friends, how are you? Welcome back to my YouTube channel called Tours Excursion Vallarta. My name is Oscar. I'm your local guide here in Puerto Vallarta. How are you? Welcome. Today we're gonna talk about what's going on here in Puerto Vallarta. Latest news. It's officially hot. The weather, it's hot. It's so hot right now with the fan directly on me. As you know, I don't have air conditioning in this property. That's why I get so cheap. And it's hot here in Puerto Vallarta, and it's cloudy. It's a lot of cloud, no sunny day today. And we could say it's not yet the rainy season, but it's cloudy, very cloudy. Uh, if you plan to come in next month or next week here in Puerto Vallarta, you will notice that it's gonna be cloudy, but no rains yet. And don't worry, still like we have like more days for sunny days or hot days here in Puerto Vallarta. So it's still the time to come here in Puerto Vallarta and enjoy. Hi, Jose Luis, how are you? And this is right now very hot in Puerto Vallarta. Two news about Puerto Vallarta and Mexico. The first news is a travel advisory for here Puerto Vallarta. We have we are already spoke about this, about the green tide here in Puerto Vallarta. There is a warning on this week, since all this week there is a warning to avoid to swim on the Puerto Vallarta's beaches, especially on the Jalapa beaches or Hola Tala, how are you? Or in near from Mismaloya, or as you can see in previous live stream with me in Nuevo Vallarta, but the people swim anyways. There is a lot of this, what is the name? Seaweed on the beach. There is a lot, but I just, the last Sunday I was in Mismaloya and the beach was very clean. So it was great option to swim. But the authorities send this warning to avoid the beaches. If you see a lot of seaweed, it's the green. Before was the red tide and now it's green. And it's affected again to the fishes. Okay, I don't see a lot of dead fishes on the beach in this week, but on Nuevo Vallarta, like 2 weeks ago, you saw with me a lot of dead fishes on Nuevo Vallarta. But it's still, I think it's still good for swimming. Here in Puerto Vallarta, just they send this warning. And that's the first news here about Puerto Vallarta. And another news, officially start the rainy season in all Mexico, in all the country. The first cyclone or hurricane, it's right now on Oaxaca, to the south of I mean to the south of Mexico or south of Puerto Vallarta. It's gonna hit maybe today or during the night in Oaxaca over there. So if you plan your vacations to Cancun, on those areas, Oaxaca, it's still very close. And in Cancun, just be aware of that. And in Cancun, there is a lot of problems with sargasso. That's another kind of seaweed, I think, or sargasso. It's so contaminated, the waters, and it smell, and it's a lot of this problem in Cancun. So you may avoid to go over there right now. That's happening in Mexico right now and officially start the rainy season. And for us here in Puerto Vallarta, the rainy season officially is not started yet because we don't have a lot of big clouds. You know, we are like very gray days sometimes, or the evenings, but with no rains at all. No rains at all. So It's still good time for taking tours on the beach or on the ocean, like fishing or like go to in catamaran to Las Animas or wherever you want to go on a boat trip. It's okay. It's good to go. But remember, July I think is gonna be worst and hottest, and August, September, and October is gonna be the worst month. Okay, so that is the two news here in Puerto Vallarta in Mexico. About the security, hi Peter, how are you? How is Australia? Hola, Uncle Chocos, how are you? ¿Cómo estás? And about the security here in Jalisco State, we are great, good to go. Still very safe, the area. So you're planning your vacation here is still very safe. The Puerto Vallarta always is very, very, very safe to visit. Okay, so I'm gonna ask you a favor. Please like the video if you're liking the video. And I want to talk about. I want to inform you, well, or let you know, because some tips and some advice. If you, because a lot of people is asking me, email me, and it's kind of the same question. How to rent cheap here in Puerto Vallarta. And thank you very much, everybody, for always it's the same question. How to rent cheap here in Puerto Vallarta. And you must understand something, because if you are not Mexican, if you are a visitor from any part of the world, automatically you're gonna have the highest price. It's what is the name? Centrification or dentrification, something like that. It's psychologist phenomenon, something like that. It's happened with all the famous cities on the famous tourist series in all the world. The locals can afford the rents because every year is gonna be higher and higher, and it's normal. It's very normal that happened that. So in Puerto Vallarta, it's happened that more and more people are buying properties like from Americans or for Canadians are good prices, but for us it's not affordable. Like if you buy a condo here in Puerto Vallarta for $250K, I mean 50,000 US dollars, for us it's not affordable. It's like 4 million pesos, and our houses or like our economy is not for buying those properties. That is very normal. So the people who is buying these properties is thinking of two ways of thinking for buying this property: renting the property and pass some season here in Puerto Vallarta, but renting through Airbnb, or just retire here in Puerto Vallarta, and it's gonna this condo or this property is gonna be their homes at the end, for the rest of their lives here in Puerto Vallarta. And when there is a lot of people, visitors here in Puerto Vallarta, locals who is working prefer to work for those people because their economy is so different. Economy USA versus Mexican economy, it's too different. Okay, so you have more money to pay and you tip, and Mexicans people don't tip, or they tip just a few pesos, and it's obviously so different. I just try to explain you this because the people who is renting a house is like people like you from US or Canada, and they are asking the prices in US dollars or US Canada, I don't know, or Canadian dollars Canadians or whatever. And the prices are like putting yourself, your own people putting the prices. And for Mexicans to rent on those properties sometimes is impossible. So that's why we choose different like hotels package, or I don't know, or we are the classic bus charter for all the Mexican 40 people in one bus, and just we stay here like a weekend, only 3 days, or 4 nights, 3 days, something like that, and that it's making the prices high and high. And I just realized that the only way is to get a cheap price is to get sometimes you can looking for very hard and maybe you will find some cheap property, but sometimes it's unfurnished property. Right now, I have my house in Nuevo Vallarta area. Well, in Bahía de Banderas, not in Nuevo Vallarta area, because maybe you're gonna email rent me your house, but it's not in the tourist area. It's in the town, my house, and I'm renting for another people to live there. And guess what? I can't renting the house like it's 3,500 pesos per month. It's too much money. It's too much. That is like 175 US dollar per month. And for the people over there, that is too much money. But the area for you is not gonna like it. But if you want cheap, that is the only way. And my place is unfurnished, 2 bedrooms. There is a garage for 2 cars. There is a patio, like the backyard. It's not a yard, it's just a little patio. And it's with protections. And there is stores, there is street food, but it's the bus stop, the most near bus stop is like half a kilometer away from my house. So you need to walk a lot of distance. And it's not a tourist area, but it's 175 US dollar per month, the rent. And locals can pay right now. Why? There is no work right now. Well, it is work, but there is no tourists right now. But people don't want to work here in Puerto Vallarta. The hotels, the restaurants, any kind of company who is try to earning some money here in Puerto Vallarta are suffering because there is no workers. People don't want to work because the salary, yes, that's the word. The salary is too poor. It's nothing. It's like, I don't know, 300 US dollar per month. Okay, that is nothing. That is nothing. Imagine I'm renting my house for 175 US dollars and the people is earning only 300 US dollar per month. So, and the transportation in this area, in all the Bay Area, it's maybe they're gonna charge more, one peso, one more peso. Right now it's 10 pesos, and maybe this year is gonna be 11 pesos. This is the most expensive transportation in all Mexico, here in Puerto Vallarta. And it's full of people, the buses, and we're waiting for, there's a lot of people in the downtown. Sometimes if you're visited here in Puerto Vallarta before, maybe you can see a lot of people on the downtowns or in the Zona Romantica or another part of Puerto Vallarta waiting for the buses. There is a lot of people waiting there is no buses. And the transportation is a mess right now. And the renting is higher every year. And the transportation is the fee is gonna be more expensive every year. So I just want to inform you what's going on here in Puerto Vallarta as a local. So if you want to rent a cheap location, a property, for spend more than 3 months, 6 months. Uh, the the cheapest way is do a research on Airbnb, check the prices, check the low season that is starting from April to October, and if you have some prices like 500 US dollar per month, that is the cheapest property here. Yes, if you stay here and you like rent a month in one property and you make friends with the neighborhoods, you get along with the people that is living around you, maybe you can get a better deal. That is the only way. Even me, that I'm a local, I can like, because I am not a rental agent, I am not a realtor, that maybe I could be, it's gonna be opportunity for my customer who wants to retire here in Mexico or in Puerto Vallarta. But I can't, even for myself, I can't sometimes find a house. Right now, like my necessities, my need, it's like have 3 rooms right now, and the prices are 600 US dollar per month. That is unthinkable. That is not affordable, even for me right now, because this is the low season. I can, like for us as a local, living as a local, and think about that, because if you want to retire here in Puerto Vallarta, every year is gonna be 1,000 Mexican pesos every year, more. That's like an standard, okay? The people, because I put the sign outside of my house for renting, se renta en español, in Spanish, and I have non-stop calling me signs that I put the sign, and everybody asking me for my property, for renting, how much? ¿Cuánto? Everybody is asking me, ¿cuánto la renta? How much? And a deposit, obviously. And I said, well, 175 US dollars is like 3,500 Mexican pesos. Oh, that is too expensive. Or some people, mostly of the people, 99% told me, okay, I call you back. Thank you very much. That means that is too high, the rent. After 1 week trying to rent my place to the locals, one people called me 30 minutes earlier, right now, and she told me, why? It's so expensive, your house. What? No. Before COVID, my place, I was rent my place for 200 US dollar. I'm saying in dollars because I want to, it's easy for you, okay? But it was 4,000 Mexican pesos, okay? And they can pay me. There is a lot of work, almost no low season in Puerto Vallarta. But then the COVID happens and everybody come back to their states, because normally here in this area there is a lot of people from Michoacan, from Oaxaca, from other states in Mexico, and they come back to their countries. Right now, that people is still in their states here in Mexico, and they don't come back, and we need like more workers here, and it was more expensive like 2 years ago. And it's something that is happening right now. And the people don't want to pay me more than 3,000 Mexican pesos for that house. If you, these people, this woman told me, if you rent me your house for 3,000 Mexican pesos, I give you the money right away next Monday. So I need the money, I need the rent. Because I'm paying my mortgage, I pay my car, I pay a lot of bills. And like, okay, this is cool work, but imagine it's like 500 pesos less. 500 pesos for us, you can have a nice groceries for 1 week, And like, this is tough decision. Why? Because this is the low season. And I just was like thinking about this year that we don't maybe gonna have low season because it's a transition between the COVID and back to the normality or normal, and it's not. It's the surprise for me is that it's low season, very very hard right now. You can go to the Malecon. There is full of people, but there is only Mexicans. So our town is not like old town like San Miguel de Allende or another magical town around in Mexico, or like Chapala or Ajijic, or maybe you know Ajijic. There is a lot of Canadians and community others. It's not like that. Our economy is based on Americans and Canadians visitors. 98% of our customers are from those countries, and then another from other part of the world. But here in Puerto Vallarta, our economy is based in U.S. dollars mostly. So that's what is happening right now. Think about to retire here in Puerto Vallarta. You must to know this information. It's very important. You want really, really, really cheap. You're gonna need to go deep on the neighborhoods in Puerto Vallarta and unfurnished property. Because if you want to get the permanent residence here or partial resident, I think you must live 1 year at least here in Puerto Vallarta. So you get a unfurnished property for $200 or for 3, 4, I don't know. If it's more than $400, rent an Airbnb, okay? But if you want to really help our economy, you can rent the locals, landowners, okay? Looking for those properties who is the deal direct with the owner, not with a property manager. That's one like tip for you, because you're gonna pay directly to the Mexican, and the money is gonna be here in Mexico. You pay through Airbnb, the money never touch Mexico, and we don't have economy. That's the truth, okay? But anyway, if you want to rent through Airbnb or whatever you want, it's up to you. It's okay. But this is what's happening right now in Puerto Vallarta. Thinking about to came here in Puerto Vallarta, this is the low season, and this is the cheapest prices that you're gonna get here. The best time to get the cheapest prices here. If you don't have a lot of budget, if you are rich millionaire people, just rent whatever you want. You don't need me, okay? But once again, if you need my advice, email me. If you want to hire me, you can hire me, and I can help you with that. Thank you very much, Jose Luis. Thank you very much. If you can support me with a like, it's gonna be perfect, okay? And let me tell you one other thing about my services, because a lot of people asking me, Oscar, can you find me a property? Can you, I want to buy this property, can you help me? Of course I can help you, but don't forget that I'm live to do private tours or tours. A lot of people asking me for work, I'm always polite. I'm glad to help you. Oh, I'm okay. But sometimes I'm live for this. If you asking me to invite me to go to Buceria, so for me it's like, okay, I can go with you, but I'm working. This is my income. This is what I'm doing. If I do for free, what is the point? So it's not I'm very friendly with you. If you want to invite me, if it's in Puerto Vallarta, that is great. We can meet us. But if you want to go another place or explore the city, you can hire me, okay? Because I'm live from this, okay? And obviously there is it's not free. It's a charge. Obviously. I always happy to see you in the Malecon, and we can talk and wherever. But remember, if you want to support me, you must hire me, okay? Of course, if you invite me here in Puerto Vallarta, and if I have the chance, we can do that, okay? But I think just wants to be very clear because I receive a lot of emails, people who wants to know me. That is okay. If I had the time, I can do that. But remember, I live for do trips or local tours or guidance. So if you want to invite me to do that for free, that is, it's not like that. It's like you need to hire me, okay? So I just want to be clear of that. And remember, I'm not a rental agent. Maybe in the future, if there is an opportunity, I can help you with that, and I can offer you properties for rent. I don't know. Or maybe I'm gonna be specialized in cheapest rent in something that you need because maybe you are here for work or I don't know, whatever. Okay, and maybe I can help you in the future. I'm thinking about to sell properties. Maybe I don't know. Right now, I'm still working on that with friends that are invite me to do that. But right now, I'm very comfortable doing this with you, with your activities here in Puerto Vallarta. Okay. So I don't know if you have question about Puerto Vallarta or what's going on, but this is what's going on right now in Puerto Vallarta. Then the weather is hot. It's hot every time. It's hot. UV it's high. I mean the sun is very strong. You need to use sunscreen every day here in Puerto Vallarta. But sometimes it's cloudy, and it's great to stay here in Puerto Vallarta. And well, that's all for now. Thank you very much for watching me and for all your support. All my sponsors, thank you very much for your support. I have no more videos this week. I just make one. You know, I have a problem. I don't know what videos make. Just give me more ideas because I think it's all set. I think everybody is doing a lot of videos and like their lifestyle and whatever, and it's like there is no point for me to do that. I just want to be very informative for you and to give you the news right away if there is something happening here in Puerto Vallarta. But it's like very low season, very low activities here in Puerto Vallarta. And yes, Jason, thank you very much for your support. And give me more ideas for make videos. You can email me. You can comment on the videos. I appreciate your help with those because I have like more than 200 videos on my YouTube channel, and I don't know what I'm kind of videos do. I don't know. I'm with no ideas. Okay, so just tell me if you have questions. Maybe we can do some question about renting, about something. I don't know, because I cover almost all the questions. Just let me know, okay? Okay, Jose Luis, I'm going to try to do more, to go more outside the walkthroughs. I mean, on other places, because I did Sayulita walkthrough, Malecon walkthrough, Nuevo Vallarta. I was in Nuevo Vallarta, and I think I covered a lot. And well, that's it. Okay. Well, thank you very much. I'm gonna leave you because I'm going with my friends to some party. Some I don't know, some tequila tasting or beer tasting with my friends. Have a lot of I don't see my friends. Okay, so just take care. Remember to support me, watching, like if you want to sponsor me. That is nice too. See you next time. Okay, or email me if you have questions. Thank you very much for watching me, okay? See you next time, bye-bye.